My dear brothers and sisters of the risen Lord, we have always loved stories, even from a young age. Stories played a vital part of many of our upbringings and traditions. Today, we still love stories. We love sharing some of our fondest memories or life-changing experiences with others. Whether it is a compelling tale of triumph after overcoming adversity or a magical incident that happened to us. Storytelling is one of our favorite methods to communicate. It gives us all a greater and more vivid experience of life. Today's Gospel narrates the incident of how Mary of Magdala went to the tomb to seek her Lord. At first, she did not recognize the risen Lord because her focus was not on anyone else but on the empty tomb and on her grief. Like Mary, many of us might be seeking the Lord in wrong places like worldly distractions, wealth, and power. The empty tomb is the fundamental dogma of the Church. Upon recognizing Jesus, instantly Mary's feeling of hopelessness was replaced by joyfulness and hope. And then she joyfully goes to the disciples and tells them her experience. All the four Gospels testify that Mary Magdalene was the first witness to the empty tomb and the first to testify Jesus' resurrection. Jesus not only gave Mary Magdalene his glorious vision, but also gave her the mission of proclaiming his resurrection. Since Mary Magdalene was the first witness and the first messenger of the Lord's resurrection, hence she is rightly called as the Apostle of the Apostles. In the first century Jewish culture, a woman's testimony was barely admissible, still less from a woman with the kind of background that Mary Magdalene had. Jesus would have chosen a more credible witness to the greatest event in human history, but he chose the weak and rejected. The opening verse of today's Gospel states, Mary stood weeping outside the tomb, and the concluding verse of the Gospel states, I have seen the Lord. The same eyes that shed tears for the crucified Lord also beheld the glorious risen Lord. Hence, in a certain sense, we can say tears that we shed at times purify our eyes either to see things better or to see better things. Jesus tells Mary to go and tell his apostles what she had seen. The spiritual gifts that we receive from God is not only for our personal sanctification but also for the universal education, not just for me but also for others through me. To a world that is dead in sin, let us be heralds of the resurrection. Mary encountered the Lord, and therefore she could say, I have seen the Lord. Without having a personal encounter of the Lord, we can't proclaim Him. We can't give to others what we ourselves don't have. Therefore, let us encounter Jesus personally. Jesus asked Mary two questions. Why are you weeping? And who are you looking for? Mary was weeping from sorrow. Mary was disappointed because her expectations were not met. Unfortunately, Mary was searching for the dead and crucified Jesus, but failed to seek the risen Lord. We too, like Mary, always go with our old ideas and weep for things that are of the far past. But we need to seek our risen Lord, and only He can turn our sorrows into joy and hopelessness into hope. Today, Jesus is asking each one of us, why are you weeping? What is our response? God has not given me good health, not given me comfort, not given me power, or disappointed because of this lockdown? My dear friends, let us strive to seek the risen Lord and encounter Him personally in order to share that joy with one another. God bless you and have a good day.